Hi everyone, it's Eva Pietrzak here from Abundant Results Coaching, and today I'd love to share with you some tips and tools on how to deal with crisis. Most of the time we talk about successes and achievements and all of that, but we also don't mention those situations which look like pretty much everything is falling apart. And those situations are also part of your goal achievement. In fact, we have one of the laws of universe or nature called law of rhythm, which means that we're going up and down, up and down, up and down. So sometimes we are on a huge high and we're achieving everything we're achieving. And then sometimes we are on the low where pretty much things look like everything is falling apart. And we don't know how to deal with that. So Bob Proctor is teaching a very, very nice way of dealing with situations that may not look so good on the outside. So I remember, I'll give you an example from my business. I remember a long time ago when I started my business, I lent some money to a friend of mine and someone very close, and I lent quite a lot of money, kind of agreeing that it's going to be returned in the next 3 months, and it wasn't. And that was at the time where pretty much every single euro was very, very important for me in terms of I was just building the business, I didn't feel financially secure, and that person did not return the money to me, right? So I remember when I looked at it, I was just like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? And as I was looking at this, I was attracting more financial outflow. So let's say, other people would not return back, like maybe clients would fall back on payment. They would say, I'm going to pay you in next month or so. And things would just start going sideways when I reacted to that situation. But the truth is, what I really learned from that situation is huge because I learned how to listen to my intuition. I learned that if I feel that I shouldn't be lending money, or I feel that I shouldn't be going somewhere or doing certain business venture, then I should listen to that feeling. I should listen to that gut feeling, because if I don't, I will pay. And roll forward, pretty much, you've heard about my computer crash last I'm laughing, but it's not really funny. Like, there's a lot of information that was lost, but I'm laughing at the whole situation because it taught me a lot of things right now, and I actually have a positive attitude about it. But trust me, like it's actually, it did give me a hit in terms of the business records and in terms of my book. And so I was looking at this situation in the same way. Why is this happening? This is terrible, right in the middle of writing a book, how this can happen. And then when I actually looked at this situation, and I used a 3-step formula, which is taught by Bob Proctor, or actually primarily by Michael Beckwith, with whom some of you might know from The Secret. And there's a 3-step formula to look at crisis, why things happen to you and how to deal with them so that they actually don't impact you so negatively. So number one, we need to accept what is. So when things happen to you that you don't have control over, I don't know, maybe suddenly someone doesn't return the money to you, maybe suddenly a few clients leave, maybe suddenly things happen outside of our control, and we need to accept the situation because you cannot change it. It's happened. What's happened, and if you keep resisting it, it's going to keep impacting you negatively. And we know law of vibration: if you're in negative state, you're going to attract further negative results. Then number two, look for all the positive aspects of the situation, so reap the rewards. There is always something good in this situation. Like, I'll give you an example. I said already about the lending of money. I learned to follow my gut. It was a huge lesson for the future for my business, because now I know that if I don't feel something is right, I should not get in there, even if it I don't know, there is a huge rewards that I can expect from that. If I feel this is not right, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to listen to my gut, because this is pretty much your biggest compass, right, in life. Then out of the computer crash, what did I learn? I learned to attend to my basic structures in my business. After I came back from Toronto from my training with Bob, I knew I needed to do certain things that will allow my business to grow, and not in a panicky way, but in a steady way. Like, I knew knew my first thing that I need to do is improve my client communication structures. The second thing I needed to do is to improve my financial structures, because I needed to change an accountant, and I needed to implement new structures that to feel secure and to feel steady and to feel like I'm growing financially in a peaceful, steady manner. And I didn't do that. And I actually took on writing a book on top of that, which was basically overwhelming, and I wasn't paying attention to the basics. So once the computer crashed, I really learned, hey, you're brought back to the basic. Number one, health. Number two, client service structures. Number three, your financial structures. If you don't have the basics in place, you cannot grow. Now, why is this lesson important? Because I know the more my business grows, the more I grow in the future, I need to know these things. And even though it looked like a terrible crisis in the moment, and maybe even for a week, I know that it benefits me in the long run. So it needed to happen to me. So I look at all the positive aspects or all the lessons that I can find in that situation. And then finally, forgive all the rest. So the third step, forgive all the rest, or forget all the rest. So, very often something happens to us that we don't like. I really don't like the fact that my computer crashed and it wiped out everything I had. But basically, you've got to let go of this. I mean, it happened. Let go of this. Let go of the judgment. Let go of the negativity. Let go. Maybe someone did something to me, to you. Like, let's say, you lend money to someone and they didn't give it back. Let go. Forgive. I remember back, in the days when I was starting my business, I just forget. I was just like, dear universe, I bless this person. Even if she can give me the money, within next 6 months or 12 months, I'm going to drop an email and I say, listen, darling, I know you're in difficult financial position. If you can give it back to me in chunks, that's brilliant. And forgive me, this is my FaceTime giving me announcements, so it's giving a buzzing sound. I don't even know how to switch it off. My new shiny laptop, right? And so basically, I was just like, I'm letting it all go, and I'm sending good, loving, positive feelings to that person. And roll forward, once I switched into abundance and earning money, I made up for the loss very quickly. I brought in new clients into the business, and that person actually gave me, I think, 50% of what she owed, and I moved forward, right? So you've got to let go of anything that doesn't look so good, knowing that there is a lesson, knowing that it serves you towards your C-type goal, towards your big goal. You're still gonna need it in certain shape or form, those lessons that you're learning from this experience for the future. And I tell you this, when I look backwards, I know exactly why that situation happened to me at that time and why I needed it, what I needed to learn. In the moment, I was really annoyed and I was really sad and I was frustrated, but now I know why it happened. I know exactly as well, now I'm faster with this, right? So I know why the computer crash is happening. I know that it's for my benefit for the future. I know that I'm going to write a new book, which is going to be 10 times better. And I know why I'm doing the client support structures, the financial structures. I'm attending to my basics and my health. So I want to just kind of remind you, when things are happening that they don't look so good, they happen for a reason. There's something for you to learn for the future towards your goals. Because when bigger challenges come, you need to know how to deal with them. And that situation could be the very point in your life to teach you how to deal with those. So how do we deal with crisis? Number one, we accept that it happened, we can't do anything. Number two, we reap all the rewards. We look at all positive aspects, all the lessons. And number three, we forgive or forget all the rest. We let go of all resentment, judgment, and any negativity. So I hope that gave you some food for thought, guys. And when you experience something that looks like it's a terrible crash, just play this video and remember, it's not a crash. It's part of your goal, but the way you look at it is going to either give you power or take it away. So I hope you will be able to deal with all the challenges that you guys are experiencing, because when you deal with them powerfully, you learn for the future, and then after that, you're going to be smiling and laughing at it, and you will actually learn a lot of good that you can pass on to others, if you will. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic week. Take care.